then executive director of the Just Foundation, all that up here.
So we're talking about marriage. Generally with marriage. So can you tell us how is Islamic marriage? Like the procedures to marry into a household?
To us in Islam, marriage is not just a social contract, it is also a worship in Islam, because the Prophet ﷺ tells us that Anika sunnati famaragiba sunnati falesa, meaning that marriage is part of my sunnah, part of my tradition. Whoever abandons marriage is not one of me. So to us, it's part of our religion. But being part of our religion, how do we do it? Everything which we do has a role in Islam, because we use it to worship Almighty Allah. And that is the difference between everything we do as Muslims generally is about service to Almighty Allah. It's about ibadah to Almighty Allah. That is it. So generally, marriage in Islam has a lot of things that into consideration. There are four things that are needed when you want to marry. First and foremost, we call it hijab al-qubul. That the husband and the wife, they must see themselves and agree they love themselves. That is stage number one. When they see themselves, they love themselves, then it now remains parents' authority. The parents of the wife must agree with the parents of the husband. The parents of the husband must agree with the parents of the... So this time around, that area is very, very important for a woman that has never been married before. But if you are married once or twice, either through death or any other thing or divorce, you do not need strong parental authority again. You can actually decide for yourself.
So the historical pictures, the Islamic marital culture now, does it agree to divorce? Does it say yes?
Yes, in Islam it allows that, but divorce is the last thing in Islam, because the Prophet ﷺ tells us that divorce is one thing that God allows, but He hates. So I don't know. So if you want to talk of divorce in Islam, it has a lot of stages. In fact, many people are making mistakes. They think it is just a divorce, that's what God says. No, it has a lot of series of 7 or 8 stages that you can hardly meet those stages before you settle. If you have time, you want us to discuss it, you can briefly summarize it. But Islam allows divorce at a very extreme reason. That is the only time Islam allows for divorce. And also, after the parental summons, it is the dowry is equally important. But after the dowry is the gets together. When you are now, these are the 4 stages that you do in Islam before you get married. And you have said you need parental acceptance. So all these things constitute marriage. In Islam, marriage is extremely simple but highly spiritual. About 5 people can sit down for the walima to say, this is my what do you call it, sadaki, this is my dowry, and the people that should be witness, who witness the dowry that at the giving, it's announced. So all these things is to make sure that you are spiritually, not only spiritually connected, you are socially connected with the family, with the person you are getting married into. Islam also encourages the minimum celebration in marriage. The Prophet said, the little the dowry, the more the blessing of Allah. So a woman is not an object of merchandise that you paid for. Like when you pay big money because like you have paid for this woman. No, you don't pay for a woman. You only show a love that you love her. And at the same time in Islam, the parent of your wife becomes your own parent. The parent of your husband becomes your own parent. And that relationship becomes strengthened also in the what do you call it? In the relationship of faith also. Because like I've mentioned, the first thing you should also remember is that in Islam, marriage is service. It's as important as salat that we do to us in Islam. It's part of our life in servicing, in worshiping our God.
So what do you have to say about Muslims marrying Christians?
Yes, there used to be a lot of things about these marriages. Islam allows a Muslim man to marry a non-Muslim woman because of one reason. There is a rule in Islam that allows for a Muslim man that marries a non-Muslim woman. Supposing as a Muslim now, I marry a Christian and I marry her as a Christian, even as an imam. When she is going to church, I must take her to church.